Everybody shake it, baby.
Good morning, family. How's everybody? Hope everybody is doing great, making a little bit of money in this trucking industry, this trucking game. I'm out and about. I'm here in Binghamton, New York. Beautiful, beautiful. I drove through here last night, so I haven't really seen the landscape. Familiar with it. Did something I never did before. Came across Interstate 86 coming out of Erie, PA. So to give you a little back history, I came out of came out of Indiana, mid-northwest Indiana, yesterday about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Drove straight through to Conklin, New York. Did a drop and hook here at a Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, we're talking a 5,000-pound load. Had a load of kayaks, top to bottom, front to back, but it was only 5,000 pounds. The truck did 9.1 miles per gallon coming out here. I mean, optimal load. I think, let me get you my little black book here. The black book, just to give you an idea of the rate per mile that this load pays. You know, just how the day-to-day operation, the method of thinking, why you grab this load opposed to another load. I like to look at the cents per mile. I like to look at the cents per mile regarding the gross and the cents per mile all after, the Landstar's percentage is taken out. So I get an idea what I'm working with, what I have left to deal with or use for expenses and so forth. Fuel, all those great things. So, so I took a load out of Muskegon, Michigan, going to Conklin, New York. That load, according to my math, paid $4.01 per mile. Now, I did take it out of route a little bit because I took it to the house. I went straight south into the northwest Indiana area, sat home for the weekend, and I left Monday morning to deliver because it was an open window, drop and hook. And I got here last night about 11:30, dropped it, hooked up to another trailer where I reloaded in the same place. Deadheading, 0%. Deadhead, 0%. That's what I like. I like to do that. I like to keep the deadhead as low as possible. Sometimes we do know as own ops, if you want to get that big load, that banging load, that fire load, sometimes you got a deadhead to get it. But you make those decisions. Those are business decisions that you make going down the line. But that load paid $4.01 per mile after Landstar's percentage and so forth. It came out to about $2.73 per mile to the truck. That's not bad. I can do that. I put about I think it was like 80 gallons in yesterday. Just outside of Erie, and I had about 200 and change left to go till I got to delivery. So I got enough to get me all the way back to where I'm delivering, which is Indy, Plainfield, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis. But I'm gonna top off before I get there. But yeah, things is looking great. Kind of talking about and looking at cents per mile, kind of looking at that closer. Well, not necessarily. I've always looked at it, but I'm gonna talk about that more. Why you pick certain loads, positioning your truck, putting your truck where you can get freight. Don't get caught in a dead zone. Those are some of the things you want to look at. Look how quick I just transferred it to teaching. That's something. I'm just trying to talk, and I ran into teaching something, or sharing experiences. But that's some of the nuggets when it comes to picking up or choosing a load or selecting a load. You're looking at the rate per mile. You're looking at where it's going. Sometimes I look at the terrain. If there's a lot of mountains, I'm looking at those things. I'm looking at weather too. Don't want to go there because of certain weather conditions. But then one of the most important things I'm looking at is there freight coming out? How many loads are coming out? And if you can get deeper, if you can figure out or use some type of load board of some sort to determine how many trucks are going in as opposed to how many trucks are coming out, that kind of determines what kind of freight, what kind of rates you're going to get coming out of those areas. So, those are just some of the nuggets that I like to look at when I'm selecting my load. So in this case, I selected a load that one had good rate per mile, two took me to a place where I knew I can get freight out of it. And in this case, I got reloaded in the same place that I got unloaded, basically. I dropped the hook in the same location. And the load coming in, the load going out pays better than the load coming in. But they're both great. So I'll give you an idea. The load that I'm reloading, taking out to Plainfield, Indiana, the rate per mile on that is $4.32 a mile. So $4.32 a mile, and I'm getting $2.93 a mile to the truck after Landstar's expense or percentage comes off. So the truck is doing great. I can't complain. And again, no deadhead. So yeah, I just wanted to, kind of share that with you. I'm here again in Binghamton, New York. Just got done my pre-trip, and I'm gonna go on the driving line, and I'm gonna start the boogie. It's a beautiful day, and we're gonna put some miles behind us. Get there hopefully tonight. I can drive straight through, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be a drop and hook, but I just heard from the agent that there's some issues with empties out there, so we might have to get a live unload. So that's another thing you want to variable. You want to go to places where if it is a drop and hook, for example, particularly with Landstar, you want to make sure you can get you an empty. You don't want to be stuck out here without a trailer, because you are, in a sense, out of business. I got a place that I dealt with just couple of times. One time I've actually got the delivery into it. There was a Home Depot in Monroe, Ohio, and if I ever book a load, which I'm probably not, I'm not going to tell you the agency. Those of us who've been with Landstar for a little while, I've only been, a few months, but those that have been here a long time know what agency I'm talking about. I don't want to defame no agency, but yeah, I kind of shy away from them because of many reasons. One of them is loads, heavy loads coming out. There may not be a load when you get there. This is a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna continue this vlog as we go down. So hey, let's just roll. Let's make some money today, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Yeah. So the way I'm getting back, I'm taking over to Indianapolis basically, because I'm gonna jump on 86, running across the southern part of New York, just north of the Pennsylvania line, and I'm gonna run that over to 90, and I'm gonna catch 90 right at Erie, Pennsylvania, and then run that through Cleveland, grab 271, take 271 to 71 and cut through Columbus, Ohio, and then run 70 across over to Indianapolis. And then that will get me there. So about 10 and a half hours transit to Plainfield, Indiana, which is on the southwest corner of Indianapolis. So it works out real good. Nice smooth route. Got some very, very minimal climbs here on this road. I'll be honest with you, this was better than coming across 80. On 80, I would have had to come across, grab 81 and run north off of 80, which wouldn't have been bad, but 80 got some climbs, and it was less miles taking across 86, and the terrain was a little better. It's better than the fuel mileage. It was still some climbs, but nothing like some of the climbs you experience on 80. So, and again, it was my first time running it, so I really wanted to see it. So I get to see it at daytime. I came through across last night at night, so I didn't really see what it really looked like. As you can see, there's some hills. At nighttime, all you do is see these big shadows. And like, okay, is that a hill or is that like a big cloud in the background? So this, gave me the opportunity that I can really see what we got, what's going on. So again, I'm gonna grab 80, and run that straight west across. This route kind of runs, so you can say it runs between 90, which is a toll road up there, and 80. A little less tolls taken this way because you jump off in Cleveland. You don't have to run all the way across to Youngstown or something like that, and kind of save a few bucks when it comes to tolls. I like that. We're always trying to save a buck. That's why we're in business. You don't want to spend all your profits. Just get the opportunity to do that. So, just kind of weigh your options when you're out. So it's interesting. I got a call from the agent regarding the load that I'm taking back. So I have a load scheduled tomorrow coming out of Indianapolis, going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee. And that load pays, I think, $6.93 a mile, $6.93 per mile, which is outstanding. I like that. 200 and I think it was 80 miles overnight run, piece of cake. Get up there, got a Smokey Bear on the side, on the shoulder. We get over the phone, give him a little space. New York's finest. But yeah, this give me top my week off a little bit here. So next week, those of you all who follow, family members, my wife had an accident. She fell down her stairs a few weeks ago, and we had a trip. Actually, we was leaving that next morning, going to Cancun, and we postponed it. So we're actually going this Tuesday. She's like, I gotta go. She's still a little sore, but she's decent. So we rescheduled it. So we're leaving Tuesday morning, heading to Cancun, Dreams Vista. Got a master suite there, overlooking the ocean. Outstanding, beautiful. And we're going to relax a little bit. Of course, I'm going to still be working because that's what I do. Have laptop will work, and I'm going to continue to plug because we still have a bus company operate. We have a few buses going out that week, so that'll be interesting. And there's a bus right there. Look at that. And just keep things moving, keep the buses moving. Drivers prayerfully will be where they're supposed to be, and we won't have any issues. You know what I mean? The worst thing in the bus industry is to leave passengers on the curb. I mean, that's a failure to your business. I mean, the Google reviews after that will be devastating. I just got to say that. It's different in the trucking. You go down, you got a load on a dock somewhere. They'll find another truck to get that load moved. But in this case, you need some people. Wow. And the busing industry has been devastated when it comes to the pandemic. COVID has really put a damper on the business. Before the pandemic began, it was about 3,000 bus companies, like 3,600 bus companies in the country. Right now, there's about 1,300 left. More than half have fallen because of the business going cold, which is the reason why I'm in trucking, because we would have been one of that 50% or so that they had to go out of business because we did not have any revenue, none, and we were about to go out of business. We had insurance that was still continuing. We had bus notes. We deferred for a little bit, but eventually those deferments expired. We had to pay, and we had to make those notes, and it got dire. So my bright idea was to go and purchase a truck and lease on with Landstar, and I gotta tell you, it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. It really was. This truck has saved my bus company. And imagine the revenue that we're talking about. We're talking about 3 buses, insurance notes, various other things that we had to continue expense-wise, and this truck was able to keep all of that afloat. Now I got to be honest with you, it was a gamble. There was a gamble because there was a point in time where had this truck gone down and I had to come out some significant money to repair it, I would have been in trouble. But I just gotta give God the credit and give Him the glory regarding that, because He saw that didn't happen. So I don't mean to get churchy, but I have nobody else to give credit to but Him. So yeah. But we're out here. This is Binghamton, New York. New York, man. I've done my share of New York City. I've done my share of it. The beauty of Landstar is that I have a choice as to where I want to go, and there's a great chance that I probably won't be going into New York anytime soon. I avoid New York City like the plague. Driving through it, all of that, I just rather not. You know what I mean? I've been there, done it. Trust me. When I had no choice in the matter, I had a dispatcher with the company I used to drive for years ago, Burlington Motor Carriers, out of Daleville, Indiana. And my dispatcher used to send me to New York on a consistently regular basis. And I used to ask her, like, what did I do to you? Did I say something wrong? Did I offend you in any way? Because I consistently continued to go to New York. I went to New York one time in, excuse me, I believe it was, I know it was Halloween. And I was in Harlem in my big truck. And at the time I was a driver trainer, so I had a trainee with me. And we got caught down in the Village, going to a pickup that I was trying to get to, and I was going to get to the night before, and that's a whole nother story. I'll tell that another time. But we got caught in a parade, and I had a bunch of men climbing on my truck with beads hanging off my mirror. It was nuts. I never forget that as long as I live. As long as I live. So yeah. I got stories. I got a lot of stories. Maybe I'll start talking about those stories. But let's talk about cents per mile before I end this segment right here. Cents per mile. It's important to know what your truck is requiring to operate, and there's a formula for that, and it's important, especially if you're an owner operator, to know what your truck needs to operate. You need to know those numbers, because it helps you with your planning. It helps you when it comes to what I'm trying to say, when it comes to booking your loads. You don't want to book loads that are actually paying $1.50 a mile gross, because after you do your deductions and all those things, fuel and things, you're going to be in the hole. You're not going to make any money on that particular load. So those are things you need to know, and it's a formula too, and we'll discuss that formula. I'm just going to brief over it really fast. One is know what your monthly expenses are. What is your fixed costs? Things like your truck note, your insurance, your bobtail insurance. If you have a warranty on your truck, those numbers, those fixed costs, those costs that you can put a calendar to, every month, this is how much it's going to cost. If your fixed expenses is $2,500 a month, you add that, and you base it off of the amount of miles you run per month, and or basically the amount of miles you need to run, and you divide that, and that will give you what it costs to operate your truck per month. Things like maintenance things, oil changes. Put a blanket amount that you need for maintenance per month. If you're putting money away in your maintenance account, add that as a fixed cost. If you put, $200 a week away in your maintenance account, whatever that number is, 3, 5, 1,000, whatever you need to put, make that a fixed cost, and add that into your fixed cost, and come up with that number, that cents per mile. once you know what your cents per mile, now you know what you need to book, or you know what numbers you need to hit out here when you're booking your loads. So like I said, an example of the loads that I picked up this week, you know, have a load coming out of Indianapolis going to Milwaukee. That load again pays like $6.93 a mile. I'll make more than I need to make because of, you know, what the truck is going to actually gross. It's like over $4.50 a mile. So I will make more completely, you know, entirely more money on the profit end than I need for my truck to operate. And that's what you want to do. You know, you want to get as much as you can above your cents per mile, because that's going to help you with your profits. So we will talk about that. We will actually go through that formula and break down the cents per mile ratio, that formula. Another thing that I had someone ask, is a good question, and this is really concerning or specifically to Landstar. How does the discounts work with the fuel? And that's a good question. It's simple. Of the Landstar, you know what? I'm going to do a video specifically on that, because I want to devote some time to that. You know, Landstar has some great apps. One is the Landstar One. I know there's some folks that don't like the Landstar One. I love it. I love it, especially they did the update. You know, I had to get used to the new update, but you know, it is what it is. You know, but the functions of it is good. I mean, you got your fuel search. You know, where your discounts at? That's there. You have your low search, and then of course you have your back office where it helps you operate your business. So yeah, you know, it's we'll talk about those things. But I know you're wondering, like, what is going on? You know, doing this point of view thing. I just wanted to try it out. I like it. I like watching point of view videos. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just to kind of give you some scenery of what I'm doing, where I'm at, and maybe tell me if I'm driving well or not. I got my cruise control set at about 66, 67 miles an hour, and I'm just going to sit back and ride and enjoy the scenery, you know, enjoy my office view. Well, family, we've been rolling all day, as you can see. I say this morning I was started out in Binghamton, New York, about 20 miles east of the Indianapolis bypass, or the circle around. What is that? I want to say it's 465. Just 20 miles away from that. I am actually 46 miles from my destination, Plainfield, Indiana. It was a good ride, you know, nice weather. Truck's doing great. I think I was getting about 8.5, 8.6 miles to the gallon. Nice light load, as we said earlier. I want to apologize to everybody first. So, you know, I'm doing this point of view thing here. You know, I'm showing kind of, you know, what it looks like from the driver's seat, and, you know, going down the road in a semi. And I'm thinking it's pointing the right direction, but look like you all got a good view of my CB and my little net up here with my keys and my wallet and all that other stuff. And I would apologize. I should have tested it out beforehand, but hopefully it looks a little better right now. I think. I don't know. We'll see here in a minute. And I was gonna just, you know, delete that segment of the video, but you know, it was just some good points that I brought up that was put upon me to say, of course. So I didn't want to delete that, you know, because it was, as the rappers would say, it was straight from the dome, you know. So I don't think I can do that again. It was freestyle. It was just good information. I watched it myself earlier today, and I learned something from it. So, you know, again, in this trucking business, it's about sharing information with one another and kind of, you know, imparting. It's a lot of things to learn in this trucking business, and you know, whenever you have the opportunity to share or to learn, you should do that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Talked to the agent a little bit ago. Obviously there was an issue with the lack of trailers at the drop point that I'm going to be at tonight. So I just got confirmation that I'm good to drop tonight, get another trailer, empty trailer. So that's good. I thought I was going to have to wait in the morning to get empty. So that's good. I'll be able to get there and drop, hook, and then go somewhere and shut down for the night. So, you know, this is good. Just give you an idea. I picked this load up last night. I'm going to drop it tonight, 24 hours away, $2,900 gross load, a little bit over. I think that's pretty good for a 24-hour period. I'm going to end this week out pretty good. Once I get empty, I got a load to pick up tomorrow at 1600, 4 o'clock here in Indianapolis. I think I mentioned going to Pewaukee. And then from Pewaukee, I have a load picking up in, I want to say it's June, Wisconsin. And that load is coming down to Dayton, Ohio. And that load is I want to say it's $2,200 gross coming back. So that actually, just for this week, you know, my end of the week period is my turn-in day is Monday. But for a lot of times, Landstar is gracious to me where any work that I turn in or deliver on Tuesday, they'll pay me, you know, which is pretty neat. You know, sometimes it's like, makes my other week look bad, but it's okay. You know, money is money no matter what time it comes. So yeah, technically we're looking at a $2,700 gross going out to Conklin, New York, $2,900 gross coming back from Conklin to Plainfield. We got $1,900 going up to Pewaukee, Wisconsin, and then I have a $2,200 coming back down to Dayton, Ohio. Gross. So I'm not that great at math, so I'm gonna just round it up to 3. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 55. So you're looking at almost $7,000 gross. Somebody else might do the math for me. Help me out. I'm driving, can't grab my calculator. But we're talking. I left Monday, and we'll be back Friday night, early Saturday morning. Because believe it or not, I'm going to deadhead from Dayton, Ohio, back to Northwest Indiana. It's not that bad, you know. I'm looking at about a 4-hour deadhead, but I don't want to grab anything else unless it works out that I can deliver Monday morning. I actually got to go and get a DOT physical done Monday, so I don't want to miss that. I want to get that done before my family, my wife and I goes out of town. So I'm going to get back Saturday, and then Monday morning go and get my DOT physical, check my blood pressure and all that great stuff, and get ready to go on my little trip. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make sure I got this point of view thing going. You know, I don't know. it might be pretty good. But I just want to share with you guys. Trucking is fun. You can make great money, and of course, you know, here at Landstar, great opportunity as an owner operator to make good revenue. Even without your own authority, and that's what I love about it. But I just want to share with you guys. Like I said, I'm 40 miles out of my destination. I'm going to drop an hook tonight, and then I'm going to shut down here in Indianapolis, and you know, have a nice little long shutdown period. I don't have to be into my pickup point till 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon Eastern time, and then I'm going to just mosey on up to Pewaukee, Wisconsin, which is about 284 miles, and go through my house. You know, I might not stop by. You know, I don't want to be in the middle of the night, don't want to bother nobody. My son got to get up for school and all that great stuff. But I'll see them in a couple of days. But hey, you know my saying, let's continue to make it do what it do. so we can see what it does. You guys be safe out here, and yeah, I get another video out this weekend, and definitely show some videos while we're on little tiny restaurant vacation. But again, I apologize for that bad video earlier, the other segment of this here video. But we'll talk soon, guys. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, man. I learned now that the like helps the algorithms. So the algorithms, I guess, you know, lets other folks know and like it. So I don't know. But thank you, guys. Like I said, continue to like and subscribe. And we talk later. Bye-bye now.